Hey, this is Tim, Southwest Ohio Bees. Hey, we're going to be pulling honey supers today. We haven't got the rain I had expected over the last week. And what is happening is the clover. I don't know if you can see. The clover is starting to turn brown. There's a few bees here on the white clover. But the clover is starting to turn brown throughout the yard here. We have a lot of clover here in the yard. I have 5 acres, so we have a lot of clover. We have red clover, we have white clover, crimson clover, a lot of different clovers here. But they're starting to turn brown because of the lack of rain. So I need to pull the honey supers because the dearth is just about here. And I don't want to do it with the bees attacking me. So let's get started, and hey, let's do our first pull here, okay? Okay, let's pull some honey supers. I had put a bee escape, but I had left it for a couple days. I couldn't get here yesterday. Generally not a good idea because they can get back up through the bee escape if you give them enough time. And they have done just that. So we will have to get these bees out of here. If I can get this broke. Okay, cover that up. Okay. Okay, this super here, they've just only begun to work here. I didn't really expect them to have done a lot of this one. So I'll pull this out of the way and then put it back on. And take my deep here, which is full and capped. But I've got a lot of bees to deal with. I will take this up to the house and put use a blower on it to get rid of the bees. Pull one of these frames to show you here and get a hold of it. Uh-oh. We've got a queen that got through the excluder. Same as the other hive. Beautiful capped honey on the other side. But we have got brood and larvae on this side. Okay. Come on, fellas, girls. I didn't need this. How are they getting through the excluder? Well, it looks like I'm only going to take select frames from this. How are they getting through that excluder? Okay. Okay. If you can see this bee escape, you leave it on too long, they can find their way through that maze. I left this on too long. They are finding their way through, and that's the problem I had, is they're finding their way through that maze. can't leave these things on too long. I think next year I'll just use the fume boards. Leave that set out here. Yeah, I wish I brought the smoker. Do not have my smoker with me. How is that queen getting through these excluders? This is the second hive. This is a Man Lake metal queen excluder. This is the second hive the queen has managed to get up through it into the honey super. Let me know if you're having this issue too. Again, this is the second hive this year I've had that issue. I thought that's what these things were to prevent, but evidently not. Evidently not. Get this back on here. Doing first honey extraction here. Medium frames here, and this one is below the frame. As you can see, you take the knife, nothing happens. So that's what this comb is for. You got to break open that capping or that honey is not going to come out. So you scrape each of those cappings and you break them open. Has to be done. It's the sticky, messy job, but the reward is fantastic. Okay, I think I've got all those broken on that side. Flip it to the other side. And I'm not even gonna bother with the knife on this one. It doesn't have a lot of cap. The honey has been in here for a long time. I believe it is all dried. Grab another frame. And I'm not even going to bother the knife. As you can see, these cappings are below the frame line here, so that knife would not grab them anyhow. So I am just going to scrape them. Same with the other side. It's odd. They've got all this comb here, and the capping area is lower than the rest of the comb. Odd, but oh well. Honey's honey. Take what I can get. See, that is all honey underneath there. That is all honey. You have to balance these, so you have to put the other one in the second one just like you put in the first one. Everything is sticky. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Okay. And we are spinning. A little bit out of balance, but I believe we are done a couple frames. Let's see if we have some liquid gold here. Let's open the valve. Let's open this valve and see what we have. Oh yeah. That is so clear. That I assume is clover honey. Okay, let's open the valve. We have filled this up. We need to filter some more honey. Let's open this up. Look at that come out of there. All those wax bits. There are two filters here, a 700 and a 200 micron filter. They will get filtered, and then it's pure honey underneath. I had assumed this was white clover honey, tasted it, and I believe now it is probably honeysuckle is what it tastes like. I'll show you real quick how I have this set up. The setup I have a 2-frame electric, kind of inexpensive. It'll work this year for the few frames I have. I screwed it down to a pallet, as you can see. It still wobbled a bit. Here's where I'm working my frames. That's working out real well. Put a piece of wood over top of the pallet just to make it easier to walk on the pallet. And this is working out really well. Again, don't have a lot of frames this year, just a couple boxes, but it's coming out of there. I still have a few frames to run through here, but I had to drain a bit because it was reaching the bottom of the basket. So I had to do some draining. Like I say, these filters are very, very minute. They will catch all of this. And what we have down below is pure honey. Tastes delicious. That is some good stuff. For now, this is Tim, Southwest Ohio Bees. You have a fantastic day.